That feeling when you finish putting your car together and you fix it. If you have a problem with your Volvo S90 front bumper sensors, watch a video to find out how to fix.
Hey guys, so this video is going to jump right to having the bumper off of the car. I think for people that are already at that stage, maybe you're finding this video and you're a little bit frustrated on how to actually get that sensor securely reinserted into the front bumper cover. But after I show you what the cover looks like off the car, it took me a long time. This is a more difficult than expected project. Used to be a big car guy. I've wrenched on all my old cars, changing the oil, transmission fluid, and all sorts of mods. But since becoming a parent, getting married, and having two small kids, my car maintenance time has really taken a nosedive, and I'll be embarrassed to say I rarely do my own work. This was a project that I thought, hey, it's pretty simple, just a bumper cover, reinsert that sensor, see what's going on, and permanently fix it. It ended up being not a difficult project, but definitely longer than I thought. And that happens most of the time. I think if you're a car guy, you know that, but this was definitely long. I mean, we're talking like hours, 2 hours just to get everything set up and turn the wheel and take it off and then even get to the problem. But this video is going to show you how to reinsert it. I was really happy. I mean, hopefully you can see that on my face, but everything was really secure. It was fixed, and I was able to reassemble the car, in half the time that took me to take it off. This was like 30 minutes to put the car back together.
Alright guys, so a real common problem, and I've posted videos about this, and other people have also had loose front sensors. I started getting more loose sensors, and I think at one point for this video, 3 out of my 4 front sensors were all very loose and triggering inside the car. So I'm just gonna reach in here, and you can see how the sensor is accessible. You just kind of have to push it, and then it clips back in, but there's a proper angle to do that.
To do this job, you're going to need just really the Torx T25 and maybe a adjustable wrench for an 8 or 10 millimeter bolt on the bottom. Otherwise, it's a really simple job. Here's a nice shot of all of the Torx bits that you have to remove. Not my photos, but it gives you a really good sense of how many screws you actually have to remove. Here's the tool that I use. You have to pull up this rubber to expose it, and that's what you're left with on the resulting bumper. Another shot of the bumper cover here, and you can see the aftermath. So definitely get a cup to hold the bolts. For some of the side piece, I had to jack the car up and turn the wheel to get enough clearance. Here you can see me accessing it. In some other guides, they ask you to remove the wheel.
So the key is these bottom prongs can pop out, and you really have to reach your hand back and push down on the full sensor bracket, and that will allow it to click into place. And now you can see really how strong it's secured.
Here's another angle where I show you the back of the sensor, and I think the problem is a lot of people just push it forward, and I know I was guilty of that. The round piece of the sensor, I was just pushing it forward towards the front of the car, and what it really needed was a vertical pressure to latch those prongs down, and once you do that, you hear a very satisfying click. So this is an example of overkill. The prongs on this sensor, I don't know, they were just kind of worn down, and I did not want to have to take this bumper off again. So I put duct tape to wrap around it, and then I tightened the sensor to its prongs with that zip tie. All right, so that wraps it up. I think that you got a good sense of the difficulty of this project. It's not particularly hard. You do need those Torx bits, and it's just long. I think it's pretty frustrating. That bumper cover is pretty tight and it's really securely put onto the car. But I hope this was helpful, and drop a comment if you have any questions. But I know this sensor is a really common Volvo issue, so I'm gonna give an update to see how well this lasts. Thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.